assist with the use of a bedpan. Assist with the use of a bedpan is a very long skill. It has 17 steps. It can be a little bit tricky, so please pay attention. Before I start the skills, however, let's write the equipment we will need for this skill. So you're gonna need a bedpan. Okay, write that down. You're gonna need 2 pairs of gloves, toilet paper, and hand wipes. Okay, for this skill. So I've come to my CNA exam. I look on my skill form that the examiner has given me, and I see I give bedpan. Okay, this is what you will do. You go to your same patient again. Mr. Visa, now I'm here to give you your bedpan. Is that okay with you? I'll be right back. Okay. So to gather your equipment, you're gonna put a pair of gloves on. If you're paying attention, you will notice that there are some skills that I'll be wearing gloves, and there are some skills that is not required for you to wear gloves. So as I do the demonstration, if I do a skill that doesn't require gloves, that means you're not required to do what? Wear gloves for that skill, all right? So you glove up and take your equipment. I have my bedpan, I have the toilet paper, and I have the hand wipes, okay? I would also bring a second pair of gloves. As soon as I bring my equipment here, again, the examiner is sitting there watching me, okay? The first thing I will do is I'll touch the head of the bed, and I'll tell the examiner I'm bringing the head of the bed down, okay? My bed is locked and it's in the safest position, okay? You're gonna give your patient instructions over here. For bedpan, you have to build a tent because we are pretending the patient was not dressed up, all right? When you are putting a bedpan under a patient, there's a critical element. The flat side of the bedpan goes to the head of the bed, all right? The examiner is gonna be watching that. So this side of the bedpan is what's going to the head of the bed, all right? This is the instructions you give to your patient. Ms. Nafisa, can you dig your heels into the mattress and lift your buttocks up, okay? You build a tent like this, and then you put the bedpan under the patient like that. Now, can you bring your legs down? Once the bedpan is under your patient, this is the part that gets a little bit tricky. Once you've administered the bedpan, your next step is you would unglove into the trash bin. As healthcare professionals, every time we take gloves off, you are required to tell the examiner, I'm going to wash my hands, all right? So you see that. The next thing you do is to bring the head of the bed up to the farthest position, all right? So the examiner is watching me. I raise the head of the bed up to a certain position. We said this skill has about 17 steps. Once the head of the bed is up, this is the next step you would give to your patient. Ms. Nafisa, when you finish, just a little bit of the toilet paper, wipe yourself, go between your legs and put it in the bedpan. Once you finish wiping yourself, wipe your hands and then call me, all right? So go ahead and do that. Once you've given the patient these instructions, your next step is to glove up again. When your patient calls you with your gloved hands, you would bring the head of the bed down before you remove the bedpan. To remove the bedpan, we're using the same steps, okay? You're gonna make a tent of your tap sheet. Ask your patient to dig their heels in, and you remove the bedpan as such. Alright? Cover your patient now. You're going out and you're gonna empty the contents of the bedpan into the toilet. We said every time we go out, who comes with us? The examiner, alright? Empty the contents of the bedpan into the toilet. Rinse the bedpan into the toilet. You put your bedpan in the designated dirty supply area. Take your gloves off and tell the examiner, I'm going to wash my hands. Then you go back to the examination room. Once you come back to the examination room, like we said earlier, whether the examiner walks before you or behind you, you are responsible for providing what? Privacy. Alright, so you close the door for privacy. I come back, I've washed my hands, and I get rid of my equipment back to the cart. As far as placing the call lights within reach, you can have two techniques. You can either place the call light beside the patient and ask them to call you if they need you. If you decide to use the overhead table for your call light, then you have to bring it down to within reach. Okay, so you can place your call light here and say, Miss Nafisa, if you need me, do not hesitate to call me. Okay, that brings me to the end of offering a bedpan.